Hey y'all, it's Lakin from Plan with Lakin, and I'm here today to talk about the new Erin Condren Deluxe Monthly Planner. Huge thank you to the team over at Erin Condren for sending this my way for consideration. However, huge not shout out to the team at FedEx for getting it here way later than it should have. That combined with the fact that I was out of town, I'm just getting around now to filming this. So I am going to do a flip through and a quick review of some of the new changes compared to the old version. But since there's a lot of those videos floating around, I'm actually going to also include 5 ideas on how to use this planner, either in relation to or instead of your other style of Erin Condren life planners. It starts sort of the same way the normal life planner does, with a quote, and then this year at a glance, and then these sort of goals oriented pages that has 12 boxes, which most people associate with the months. So the first thing that's different is this one notes page before the month. Every month has one notes page that goes with it before the month actually starts. And last year's version, this was actually a dot grid, and now it is just a lined page. I know some people not so excited about that. To be honest, it doesn't really impact me. I'm not using this for sort of that kind of sketching, so I don't mind the lines, but a lot of people do prefer the dot grid. And it has a quote, and then it goes to the monthly layout. Mine, this is the January of 2019. And the only new thing on this page is that it has this little calendar preview of the next month. So right now you can buy it a 12-month planner starting anywhere from July through January of next year. And those will be available until December. And then next year, you'll only be able to get the January start date. And then after the month, there are more notes pages. So before these pages, the left side has these like 5 sections. It was like blank on this side and then lines on the other side, and it was broken up into 5. And this side had what they called a productivity layout. So it had lines over here and then a checkbox over here. And to be honest, that just felt really constraining to me, and I'm really excited about the lines. The truth is, if you liked that, you can draw that in. Just pull out a ruler and make some separations. So I really like the lines. I think this adds a lot more flexibility for a lot more people. And then they added some new ones. So there's a whole extra set of blank lines after the month, which depending on what you're using for can be really great, because now there are really 4 full sheets. So if you are using this for a normal planner, you have like basically one for each week, which is really helpful. So that was new for this year. Okay, now I'm going to go into 5 ideas on how to use this deluxe monthly planner. So the first one is for budgeting. If any of you follow Jen Plans over at Instagram or YouTube, that is what she uses hers for. And I will link some of her videos and posts below that talk about that. I do not put budgeting down on paper. I am strictly an Excel girl when it comes to budgeting, but a lot of people love this planner for that. This page they usually use as a sinking funds or a summary page. This calendar they use sort of as a bills overview. And then they have these extra pages for a variety of things: cash envelopes, debt repayment, other expenses. Honestly, I haven't really seen anybody comment on what they use the back pages for, but this reminds me. So in the back of the planner, there are a bunch of notes pages. So mine has 40 in it right now. And to be honest, it's pretty thick. So this is a much smaller coil than the life planner coil, but it is packed. And my guess is that if you get more than 40 pages in the back, you're going to be getting a bigger coil. So it comes with 40, and then for $5 you can add 80, and for $5 more you can add it up to 120, which depending on what you're using it for could be really great. And all these ones in the back are perforated, which is really great. So, all right, let's flip back. So budgeting is the first option. The second one is for lettering and doodling challenges. So this is honestly one of the ideas that I'm considering using mine for. I haven't completely made up my mind yet, but this is definitely one of the ones I'm considering. I would print out the challenges and put them on this first page. Then on the monthly layout, I would do the actual doodles. And then on these pages, I would do like a letter a day, a word a day. I would practice a whole font, or I would do quotes. And then I have all those extra back pages that I would do the same thing. So I like that there's a lot of space. The paper is the same paper as the life planner. So it's actually very thick, and I could use a lot of different pens and play with a lot of different things. So that is one of my considerations for using this one. The other thing I'm really considering using it for is a YouTube blog content planner tracker kind of thing. So this first page I would use as a chart of a filming schedule. So I would have all the videos I want to post that month, and then across I would have the date that I'm planning on filming it, the date I'm planning on editing it, and the date I'm planning on posting it. I do that now just sort of like on a sticky note, and it would be nice to have a place to do it. And then I would use this calendar for sort of content at a glance. So what videos are getting posted when. I would definitely either use sticky notes or some sort of repositionable sticker in order for those, because things change, things move around. Could use a pencil. Honestly, I don't like pencil. It rubs all over your hand. And so I'd probably just use a sticky note. And then on these pages, I would do either some analytics, some expenses, some filming prep, like if I'm going to list out like my favorites. The back pages, I would definitely have a running list of ideas and then check them off as I go. That's all I've got right now, but I kind of like that idea. All right, the next one, is for prayers or like a spiritual planner. So I really love this idea too. Maybe I just need 3 of them. This page I would do like just prayers. I'd write prayers at the top and just write them as they go. It's not going to be every day. Sometimes it's going to be one line. Sometimes it's going to be a couple, but just having that space there. And then on this page, I would either do like a scripture a day, like actually write the scripture that I'm going to read. I would write out a verse. It'd have to be either really short, or my handwriting would have to be really small. Or like do the first 5 app, if you've ever heard of that, and have the scripture related to that, or the quote related to that on each of the pages. And then on these notes pages, I would do either notes from those readings or notes from sermons at church. And then of course, number 5 is simply to plan. So for some people, a weekly layout it's too much. So I actually have 2 very good friends, Brooke and Lindsay, who both actually have very different lifestyles and situations, but they both love their monthly deluxe planner just as their main planner. Brooke is a 20-something. She lives in Chicago with her fiance. They actually are just about to buy a house, and she owns her own business and a lot of different things to track employees and things like that. And then my friend Lindsay is actually a mom of 2, and she's a NICU nurse. She's also going to school. So she has a lot to track, but also not a lot of time to do it. Lindsay doesn't really post hers on social media, but I will link Brooke's Instagram down below. They both love the monthly. They use this as sort of a schedule overview. For the notes pages, they use them, like I said, they have very different lifestyles. So Brooke uses hers more for lists and projects, goals, meeting notes, meal planning, those kinds of things. Lindsay uses hers more for kids planning or school stuff, lists like that. This monthly deluxe planner might be something that works for you just as your everyday planner, or there's a number of ideas for using it in addition to your Erin Condren Life Planner. So that is it, you guys. If you have any other questions or ideas, tell me, do you use yours for something other than what I listed? Please let me know in the comments below, and I will see you guys next time.